The initial witnesses of this devastating incident mistook it for an earthquake due to the loud sounds and the magnitude of the damage. Some even compared it to watching flowing lava. The fire started at a gas station and quickly spread through the area. In the footage, you can see the flames intensify and then suddenly engulf the entire screen. The fire erupts into a powerful explosion reminiscent of the nuclear bombs dropped on Nagasaki and Hiroshima. The dark smoke billowing into the sky resembles mushroom clouds while the fiery tongues reach upward, hungry for more. It becomes evident that containing this fire would require significant efforts from the firefighters. This is one of the scariest fires you will ever see.
Oh my god! Oh dear! Are you filming? Yes, I'm filming! Wow! Wow! I think we are dead. Let's go! Let's go down! Let's go! Come on!
If you blinked, you might have missed the sight of a wild mountain lion abruptly crashing through the front of a hair salon. The unexpected and alarming intrusion of the predator caught everyone by surprise.
It was insane. I have never seen anything like that before.
In the middle of the day, a surprising incident occurred when a wild mountain lion crashed through the front of a hair salon. The quick-thinking customer closed the door to stay safe. The mountain lion was later spotted in another area, casually crossing the road and eventually resting near another establishment. Animal control officers were able to safely sedate and remove the mountain lion from a nearby lab. Despite the unusual encounter, the men at the lab seemed more intrigued than frightened by the unexpected visitor.
I went outside, a gentleman from next door said, "Oh, there's a lion on the loose." I said, "Oh, he's just gone through."
In this video, a man is seen leaving a Starbucks and being chased by two other men in the parking lot. The reason for their pursuit is unclear, but it appears to be a personal matter. The customer runs back inside the store in an attempt to escape the two men. He quickly heads to the counter and jumps over it, making his way to the back where the baristas are working. The two men follow him to the back of the store, causing commotion and frightening the remaining customers, who quickly scatter and leave the store. In April 2022, a couple in San Bernardino, California captured unsettling footage on their home security camera. The video shows a man who had broken into their house silently navigating their bedroom while they are sleeping. The intruder covers his face with a cloth as he rummages through their belongings. However, he also takes a moment to stare directly at the couple as they lay there, unaware of his presence. The footage provides a chilling glimpse into the invasion of their privacy and the unnerving actions of the intruder. Later, the intruder was captured on another camera in the living room. He casually walks past the couple's sleeping son and his night nurse. Afterward, he unlocks the front door and lets himself out. However, a few minutes later, he returns, now captured by the doorbell camera. The couple's vigilant neighbor had noticed him and alerted them. The woman, still unaware that the intruder had previously broken into their house, follows his advice and locks the door for safety. It is a chilling realization for the couple that the intruder had been in their home just moments before, highlighting the unsettling nature of the incident.
Okay, thanks.
The man had gained access to the house through a partially open window, which had been left that way to cool medical equipment used for their son. The next morning, the couple discovered that their wedding rings and cash were missing. Upon reviewing their security footage, they first saw the unsettling footage of the intruder. Thanks to DNA evidence, the man has since been identified and tracked down by the police. He is currently under investigation for committing similar crimes in other homes that did not have security cameras. In this video, a man enters a Starbucks with a weapon and demands that the baristas give him all the cash. He threatens the customers, instructing them to get on the ground, and orders the baristas to empty their tills into bags. The robber is dressed in all black with a hood and a mask to conceal his identity. A bystander outside the Starbucks witnesses the robbery and calls the police. The baristas fill up the bags with money from their tills and hand them to the robber. However, the bags are not strong enough to hold the weight, causing the money to spill onto the floor. The robber hastily collects the money and transfers it into a more secure garbage bag before leaving the store. By that time, the police are already en route. The police spot the fleeing robber and chase him down, eventually apprehending and arresting him. Fortunately, no one was injured during the robbery. The police commend the customers and baristas for following the robbers' orders, as it likely prevented any harm or loss of life. In February 2013, residents in a neighborhood in northern Oregon reported hearing peculiar noises emanating from the nearby forest. The sounds were described as eerie laughter, which echoed throughout the area, creating an unsettling atmosphere. Intrigued by the mysterious sounds, one resident ventured outside, heading towards the source of the laughter, and decided to record the experience. The origin of the eerie laughter-like noises heard in the forest remains a subject of speculation and uncertainty. While some individuals believe that the sounds could be attributed to foxes or coyotes, others are skeptical, noting that the typical vocalizations of these animals differ significantly and are not as loud as the noises reported by the residents. The exact source of the mysterious laughter-like sounds remain unknown, leaving room for speculation and ongoing mystery surrounding the phenomenon. During a live show on a boat, everything seems to be going smoothly. People are dancing and the light show is dazzling. These displays are meant to impress guests of all ages, creating a lively and vibrant atmosphere. However, amidst the music, commotion, and noise, it is crucial for performers to remain focused on their movements. The deck may be wet, and the costumes can be challenging to navigate, even in the best circumstances. The lesson learned from this incident is that one must stay fully present and attentive during a live performance to avoid any potential mishaps or accidents. In this video, the reporter discusses a rise in residential burglaries connected to a South American theft ring. These criminals are professionals who utilize heavy-duty tools. The footage shows hooded individuals carrying away stolen items from a targeted home. Authorities believe that these thieves first observed the home to determine when it is unoccupied before carrying out their thefts.
Most of the time, the reason why they're going in through there is because people don't install alarm system on their second.
One of the arrested individuals, who is identified as a Colombian, provides insight into the methods used by the South American theft ring. He demonstrates how some of these criminals break into safes. He also confirms that many customers have been targeted and fallen victim to these crimes.
If a safe hasn't been tested at Underwriter's laboratory and passed the very basic test, don't even consider it.
In the video, a large number of police cars can be seen blocking the turn at Lincoln Boulevard, surrounding the Lincoln Inn Motel. The police have completely boxed in the motel, leaving no escape route for the alleged murderer, who is believed to be hiding inside. The narrator mentions that the police have become concerned about the presence of a murderer at the hotel, and the SWAT team is on their way to the scene. The three thieves captured on Wood Street in Oakland can be seen in the video. One of them, wearing a black hoodie and blue pants, is seen breaking a car window, while the others search through the cars and take whatever they can find. They targeted around 20 cars in this neighborhood alone, leaving behind shattered glass on the ground as evidence of their late-night activities.
It's very frustrated in this area right now.
They didn't limit their criminal activities to the Wood Street area, but also targeted 2 blocks of the neighboring Marina District. In this area, 17 cars had their windows smashed in the same manner as seen on Wood Street. The thieves extended their destructive actions to multiple locations, causing damage and inconvenience to the car owners in those areas. In April of 2020, a boy named Noah embarked on a truck camping adventure in the forests of Sun River, Oregon. After finding what he believed to be a suitable spot, he drove his truck deep into the forest. However, his peaceful night was abruptly interrupted by unfamiliar sounds outside. As Noah listened attentively, he discerned that the sounds were footsteps, indicating the presence of another person. Reacting swiftly, he reached for his nearby GoPro camera and began recording the unfolding events.
I'm currently sleeping in the back of my truck right now. I don't even know what time it is, and there's someone walking around my truck right now. If you can hear that, it's pretty loud. He's been walking around for like 2 minutes already. I don't really know what to do. I'm a little freaked out right now, and pitch black outside, and like this doesn't make any sense because I parked somewhere where you couldn't see. No one was on that road. Which he's touching my truck. How am I supposed to get away? He's literally knocking. He's literally knocking on my truck. The canopy, the back door's locked. I can never been scared before ever. I don't think he knows that there's anyone in here. I'm so scared right now. He's literally peeking through the door right now.
Noah, trapped inside his truck, helplessly listened as the unknown individual outside knocked on the trunk and attempted to open the door handles. Thankfully, Noah had locked his doors, preventing the intruder from gaining access. After several tense minutes, the footsteps gradually faded away, indicating the departure of the mysterious person. As daylight broke, Noah cautiously made his way back to the road and returned home. It was only in the morning that he discovered handprints on his trunk, particularly on the back window, evidence of someone attempting to peer inside, as well as numerous handprints on the door handles, indicative of an attempted break-in.
Handprints there, a lot of scratches, stuff like that. Dragging his finger on my side of my truck. Well, looks like to be trying to get inside my truck. That's really all I could tell from when he was walking around. More handprints trying to get in my truck. At least the back canopy was locked, but yeah, that was the result.
The mysterious encounter Noah had in the forest remains unexplained to this day. The absence of any identification or explanation from the person outside, coupled with their lack of a light source, adds to the perplexity of the situation. It appears that Noah never received any further information or updates regarding what occurred outside his truck that night, leaving the incident shrouded in mystery. In the event of a disaster such as a fire, being in an open field with ample space can provide a better chance of escape and safety compared to being in a crowded area with hundreds of people. In an open field, there are fewer obstacles and a greater opportunity to move freely and quickly away from the danger.
We were walking through Adventureland and the lights were off and they were escorting people out. They were making people go around.
We just turned on our phone lights and enjoyed dinner, almost like a candlelight dinner.
A fire broke out at Disney World, causing a power outage and evacuation. Fortunately, no one was hurt, and emergency services were able to handle the situation with the cooperation of the crowd. Tim and his two friends embark on a daring adventure to explore a supposedly haunted house with a dark history of devil worship. After following a trail through the woods, they stumble upon a large abandoned house in the dead of the night. The eerie atmosphere confirms that they have arrived at their destination. With a mix of courage and curiosity, they enter the house through an open door. Inside, they discover a room covered in mysterious symbols and an unsettling odor of decay. Hauntingly, dolls hang from the ceiling by their necks, adding to the unsettling ambiance. Just as they are about to leave, they are startled by an unexpected presence emerging from behind them.
Do you hear that?
As they flee from the house, a disturbing gurgling noise echoes behind them, intensifying their fear and urgency. Whether the noise was part of a planned experience or something unexplained remains a mystery. Only Tim and his friends know the truth, but the intensity of the encounter may leave them too shaken to discuss it in detail. The memory of that chilling moment lingers with them, adding to the enigmatic nature of their haunted exploration. In this unusual incident, a man accompanied by a Staffordshire Terrier enters a gas station store at closing time with the intention to commit theft. The man brandishes a meat cleaver as his weapon and intimidates the clerk, demanding that the bag be filled with cash. Faced with the threat of the meat cleaver, the victim wisely chooses not to resist and cooperates by filling the bag with cash, complying with the demands of the thief.
He will hit me with the meat cleaver knife if I don't do it, Daddy.
The peculiar group of robbers can be seen making their escape after successfully taking $250 in cash from the cashier, as well as thousands of dollars worth of stolen cigarettes. In 2013, Margaret Woodward, a 68-year-old resident of Long Eaton, England, experienced multiple break-ins at her home. After being advised by the police, she decided to install home security cameras. Despite her efforts, a sixth break-in occurred around 1 a.m., with footage capturing a man quietly wandering around while Margaret was asleep in her living room. In the recorded footage, the unidentified man manages to steal several items from Margaret's home without her knowledge. Margaret only wakes up when the alarm is triggered, prompting her to pursue the intruder with a cane. With the help of the captured footage, the police were able to identify the culprit as 51-year-old Patrick Reed, who was responsible for all 6 break-ins. Patrick Reed was subsequently sentenced to 4 years and 8 months in prison for his crimes. Justice can be swift and situations can unfold in an unexpected manner. These shoplifters believed they had found the perfect escape route, assuming that no one would check the back doors. However, they were caught off guard when they walked right into a crowd of waiting police officers, who would have brought their total haul for the day to a little over $4,000. I wonder what their end game was. Not only is it a relief for us as viewers, but the officers themselves are also exhilarated by the successful and swift apprehension.
Door goes boop. They're all standing there with all the TV with the computers and the property with them. Oh yeah, and their hands are like, oh, drop it, trying to take off, and they just grab it.
In a lighthearted manner, the body cam captures the officers recounting the sequence of events from the beginning to the end. The incident happened so swiftly that nobody has a chance to react. Escape was short-lived as the officers swiftly apprehended them, requiring minimal effort to place them in handcuffs. The casualness of the situation is evident in the dashcam footage, with one officer calmly standing by an open car while his colleague apprehends the thieves.
Yeah. For 2.
Brandon, grab an arm here. Oh. Didn't work this time.
As these individuals arrived at their gated home in South Africa, they noticed a suspicious car pulling up behind them. Recognizing the potential danger, they decided not to take any chances. Without hesitation, they quickly accelerated and drove away, leaving their would-be attackers confused and unsure how to proceed. But trusting their instincts and acting swiftly, this couple successfully avoided becoming victims of mugging or carjacking. Their story serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of quick thinking and decisive action in critical moments, where every second can make a massive difference in survival. The strategy employed by these individuals was straightforward: infiltrate the dealership, seize the key box, and make a swift getaway with valuable high-end cars.
So it happened so fast, so we're looking at a 15-minute window.
In the initial frame, 2 cars are visible, indicating their intended mode of escape. However, prior to that, if you observe closely, you'll notice a truck arriving and dropping off the criminals directly in front of the dealership. They proceeded to forcefully crash through the dealership's doors, as shown in the video, using a stone to break open a key box. They swiftly grabbed the keys to some of the high-value cars parked in the lot.
3-4 cars were valued over $90,000.
The security camera captures approximately 4 individuals wearing hoodies, but it becomes evident that there were more people involved. In a matter of minutes, they managed to drive off with around 8 cars, all of which were caught on the security camera.
That's one of our brand new Challengers. He's leaving, and that's a used Corvette.
Within a few minutes, the thieves successfully stole cars valued at a total of $631,000, with at least 3 of the vehicles individually worth over $90,000. This heist was executed swiftly and efficiently, leaving the dealership with a significant loss. On a sunny afternoon, a confident man enters a home without hesitation or concern for who may be present. He exudes a sense of ownership as he walks in. A 122-pound Great Dane named Dubai greets him with a friendly bark, seemingly satisfied by the man's social advances. Unbeknownst to the intruder, the loyal dog was patiently awaiting a signal from its owner to take action. Like a superhero, the dog springs into action as soon as the owner shouts. It fiercely goes after the burglar, biting and targeting his face. The intruder's escape becomes frantic and chaotic as he tries his best to avoid the attacking Great Dane. Caught off guard, the intruder was taken by surprise when the dog, acting on a signal from its owner, turned against him. The incident was captured on camera, which played a crucial role in identifying and apprehending the burglar. The footage served as valuable evidence, leading to the intruder's conviction on charges of second-degree burglary. This unexpected turn of events demonstrated the remarkable loyalty and protective instincts of man's best friend, ultimately ensuring justice was served. The billows of smoke rising from the fertilizer plant in Winston-Salem are a cause for concern not only due to the fire, but also the potential risk of an explosion. The thick smoke indicates a significant fire hazard, and the authorities are likely working swiftly to mitigate the situation and ensure the safety of nearby residents.
I had an alert on my phone telling us to evacuate, so I just packed up everything and no questions asked, I'm just getting out of here.
The fire at the fertilizer plant in Winston-Salem has been burning for nearly 24 hours, posing a significant challenge for the fire department. As a precautionary measure, residents living within a 1-mile radius of the plant have been evacuated to ensure their safety. The fire has been intentionally allowed to burn itself out, while firefighters work diligently to contain and control its spread. The towering flames can be seen engulfing sections of the plant, requiring ongoing efforts to manage the situation effectively.
It explodes at a level 1-mile radius. Please exit the area.
In an effort to prevent an explosion, firefighters are working tirelessly to maintain control over the fire at the fertilizer plant. Their objective is to keep the fire at a temperature that is cool enough to prevent the approximately 600 tons of ammonium nitrate stored at the plant from reaching a critical level. This cautious approach is crucial as it brings to mind a devastating incident that occurred in 2013 at a fertilizer plant in Texas, which had a significantly smaller amount of ammonium nitrate. The memory of that incident serves as a chilling reminder of the potential dangers involved in such situations. Doctopi, a YouTube channel, has uploaded a peculiar incident captured during a CTV news broadcast, where a reporter's eyes appear to be duplicated. Take a look. During the blink of the reporter, a peculiar phenomenon occurs where a second set of lighter eyes seem to appear over her eyelids. Despite her having dark eyes, the video has sparked a range of reactions in the comments section. Some viewers express skepticism, likening the effect to a strange Snapchat filter. However, others claim to have encountered individuals with double eyes in real life, adding to the intrigue of the situation. What do you think? The man's family seeks justice against the off-duty LAPD officer who turned their routine trip to the grocery store into a nightmare. This disturbing clip captures the incident that unfolded in a matter of seconds. This tragic incident occurred at a Costco in Delhi, where a developmentally disabled man was fatally shot by an off-duty officer. The clip captures the sudden and horrifying turn of events as the officer opens fire on the family. It serves as a stark reminder that off-duty police officers' actions can have devastating consequences. This clip offers an alternative viewpoint, providing insight into the perspective of the Corona officer involved in the incident.
Are you injured? No, I guess not. I thought I got shot in the back of my head.
As he shares his perspective on camera, the officer asserts that he believed he was shot in the back of his head, a claim that contradicts the evidence of his physical condition, seeing he's perfectly fine. However, during his explanation, he appears to come to a realization about the situation. In the 2022 trial, eyewitnesses, including a Costco employee, provided their accounts of the incident, shedding light on what transpired during the event. The employee, who witnessed the entire situation, shared their recollection of the events that unfolded.
After you turned around to look for a manager, what did you do next?
I heard the gunshot, and that's when I panicked.
In this complex situation, there are conflicting accounts regarding the alleged punch to the officer's head. According to the witness who was present during the incident, she observed the events unfold rapidly during her shift. She recalls that she had just turned around to inform her supervisor about the altercation when she heard the sound of a gunshot. Take a look at this clip at hand. In a moment of panic or alleged self-defense, the officer rushed in and Sanchez's gun went off multiple times, resulting in shots being fired at the unarmed family caught in the crossfire. No charges were filed against the former officers as the grand jury determined that there was insufficient evidence to support a manslaughter charge. The family surely does not feel they got the justice they deserved. Safe to say Costco lost some customers for life after this. Imagine your grocery trip turns into an emergency situation. These Colorado residents were abruptly interrupted by the fire marshal, revealing the seriousness of the situation unfolding around them. He tells them repeatedly to leave. The fire is in the back and there is no time. They were urgently instructed to head east without any time to retrieve their belongings. The tone of the fire marshal's voice made it evident that it was a matter of life and death. The exterior view at the beginning of the clip further emphasized the urgency of the situation.
Go! Evacuate!
We're evacuating from the back of the building.
Okay, everybody head east. Go towards 36. Move now, leave your stuff, go! The fire's at the back, go!
The sky is engulfed in darkness and the air is filled with thick smoke, leaving no room for hesitation or delay. The urgency to escape is palpable. Watch as customers desperately run behind police to escape.
Everybody evacuate the store now!
We're evacuating.
Get out of the store, head eastbound, leave your stuff, go now! Evacuate Costco now! Head eastbound, leave your carts, go! Everybody evacuate, get out of the store now! Go eastbound! Head towards Denver! Head towards Denver! Let's evacuate now, leave whatever you're doing, go! Fire out back! Fire out back! Let's go! Drop whatever you're doing, head east! Boulder County Sheriff's Office, evacuate now! Let's go! Drop whatever you're doing, head east! Boulder County Sheriff's Office, evacuate now!
The woman finds herself trapped at the door, her fear amplified by the language barrier that adds an additional layer of difficulty and confusion to the situation.
No habla.
Don't have a car.
You don't have a car?
No.
Realizing that she had no means of escape, the woman shares her predicament, expressing that she does not have a car. In a stroke of luck, she manages to flag down the officer, who assists her by guiding her to the safety of his squad car. It was a narrow escape for her given the dire circumstances. Amidst the chaos and urgency, the scene resembles the opposite of Black Friday shopping. The situation had the potential to escalate into a dangerous stampede, which could have resulted in even more severe consequences and widespread panic.
Everybody evacuate! Get out of the store now! Go eastbound! Head towards Denver! Head towards Denver!
During the global lockdowns of 2020, many people had to postpone their vacations and stay home, including the closure of Disney World. However, there were some individuals who refused to wait for their visit to the happiest place on Earth. One man took it upon himself to disregard the rules and decided to visit Disney World regardless of the closure. In May of 2021, Richard McGuire spent 2 full days on Disney's Discovery Island, claiming that he was unaware he was trespassing, despite clear signage indicating so. CCTV cameras captured his movements, leading the police to search for and apprehend him on the Disney property. Body cam footage documented the manhunt. As a result of his trespassing, Richard was permanently banned from all Walt Disney World properties. While Richard initially faced the possibility of up to 12 years in jail for misdemeanor trespassing, he ultimately only had to pay a $100 fine. Trespassing charges can sometimes be elevated to a felony, but McGuire's decision to plead no contest likely contributed to the reduced punishment he received. In this case, he was fortunate to have a lesser penalty. Do you think he got off too easy? Let me know. Indeed, it is often challenging to comprehend the motives behind such erratic and disruptive behavior. Not every person's actions can be easily explained or understood, no matter how much we desire to gain insight into their mindset. Nevertheless, the impact of their actions can be significant, affecting the lives and well-being of those around them. In a state of distress, the man on the line reaches out to the emergency operator, urgently informing them about an ongoing active shooter situation. Despite his frazzled state, the operator remains calm and composed, absorbing the energy and trying to assist to the best of their abilities. However, articulating the details of such a chaotic event proves challenging in the midst of the crisis.
He's yelling at people running out Costco. I just walked out and saw him. You need to send somebody right away. We might have an active shooter here.
We're going to be on the way. I'm just going to try to get additional information from you. Are you a customer or do you work there?
I'm a customer. I'm a customer. People are screaming.
Okay. He's a
I'm
white.
a federal agent. I just don't have a freaking my sidearm with me.
Okay.
We need to get somebody there now.
Okay, you saying that over and over is not going to make them get there faster. They're going to be on the way. Just answer some of my questions, please. Is he a white male?
As the situation escalates, the man on the other end of the line maintains his composure, aware that giving into hysteria won't be helpful. However, the overwhelming chaos makes it difficult for him to gather his thoughts and stay focused. Meanwhile, the clip reveals shoppers in a state of disarray, frantically retreating in an attempt to ensure their safety and survival.
911 Lenexa.
Yes, this is Keith Hagstrom over at Costco Wholesale.
Okay, yeah.
Hopefully you received the 911.
We are on the way. Are you inside the store?
No, everybody's evacuated on the back side of the building. Marshall Drive hopefully is cleared out.
And where was this person last seen at?
Last seen at the entrance door, brandishing a weapon up in the air, screaming, "Do not close the door on me."
Okay. Okay, but can you see him right now?
I cannot see him right now. Everybody has left the building.
Okay.
We evacuated it from the backside.
Okay, they are on the way, all right?
Okay, thank you.
Sidearm. I'm a federal agent.
Okay. White male, in his 60s, camouflage jacket.
Camouflage jacket,
and it was
khaki park, cargo pants.
And it was
carrying around a revolver. It looked like a revolver.
It looked like a revolver? Okay.
Yes, and he's already pointed at one gentleman, and the gentleman ran away. That's when I passed him. Now he went in the store. People are running out of the store.
Okay. Okay. Hang on just a second.
The caller, who identifies himself as a federal agent, initially remained outside while making the call. However, at a certain point, he decides to take action and rushes in. In the clip, we can see him moving swiftly through the aisles, alerting others to his presence. With determination, he closes in on the shooter, navigating his way towards him and finally catching up.
Now I want Alexa. Hey, well, let me answer this. 31's arriving. 911. Alright, I'm gonna let you go.
Despite officers being present, concerned individuals continue to call in, fearing the consequences of staying silent.
Hi, my name is Josh DeFlon. I just came from Costco at 95th Street.
Okay, we're already there.
Hi, I'm at the Costco on 95th and I-35.
Okay, yeah, we have officers that are there. Do you?
Hey, I'm the manager of Costco Wholesale. I know you guys got people en route.
There's officers in the parking lot right now.
Some individuals manage to escape and find their safety before contacting emergency services. In events like these, people prioritize their immediate safety over making phone calls. Fortunately, the officers were able to locate and neutralize the shooter, potentially saving numerous lives in the process. In this brief and fast-paced clip, we witness Pluto, the Disney character, running after a child with great speed. The chase continues as they circle around a square, capturing the attention of onlookers. Finally, a woman steps in and manages to stop the dog's pursuit. The clip leaves us with little context, leaving us to wonder about the events leading up to this playful chase. In a rather unfortunate turn of events, the animatronic of Ursula, the Sea Witch, on the ride fails to live up to its grandeur. Instead of an incredible display and a powerful rendition of her song, Ursula's performance becomes a sadder solo as her arm waves around in a less than imposing manner while she casts her spell. The contrast between the expectations set by the song and the lackluster animatronic creates a rather underwhelming experience for riders. As the camera captures the scene, we witness a haunting sight of a floating boat and the eerie flow of people on board. The rapid movement of the boat and the swift passing of individuals create a sense of urgency and suspense. It's fortunate that someone managed to capture this unsettling moment on camera, allowing others to witness the eerie phenomenon. Caught on surveillance camera, the suspect is clearly visible before he attempts to disguise his appearance with a nose mask. Thieves often lack the brightest minds, as evidenced by his choice of nondescript black clothing, including a hoodie and a belated nose mask. At precisely 5 AM, he entered the Galaxy One arcade on North Tryon Street in Charlotte, swiftly displaying a weapon and ordering everyone inside to evacuate. After instructing everyone to leave the arcade, the suspect confronts the clerk and demands to be taken to the office. With fear in the clerk's eyes, they comply and are coerced into placing all of the earnings into a black bag. The suspect then swiftly escapes with the stolen money, leaving the clerk shaken and the scene empty.
The suspect has a baby face, but he's a very dangerous individual. This suspect was able to take a firearm off the security guard inside the business.
Police are actively searching for the thief who made the rookie mistake of leaving his face clearly visible on the security camera. This robber walked into the gas station store thinking he had an easy robbery. However, he would soon realize he chose the wrong gas station.
I don't mean no harm. I'm just not from around here. Well, you gotta remember, I got a big gun, but I'm not from around here is what I'm saying. I'm from Chicago, bro.
Claiming to be from Chicago and clearly not familiar with the area, the man stands before the clerk, unaware of the preparations made by the vigilant employee. The clerk had noticed the man's presence early on and took swift action to arm himself, anticipating a potentially dangerous encounter. Upon realizing the preparedness of the clerk, the suspect makes a wise decision and retreats from the scene. However, the police were already alerted and swiftly apprehended him, taking him into custody for further investigation. An Australian man's confession took a dramatic turn when he had a meltdown during an interview with a news crew. The unexpected emotional outburst left the crew shocked and unsure of how to proceed.
I just hope that she's alright.
In a bizarre turn of events, the man flagged down a news crew to confess his criminal activities. The cameraman captured his full confession, only to witness the man steal their van at gunpoint and make a chaotic getaway. However, the joyride quickly came to an end when the carjacker lost control and crashed the stolen vehicle. He was promptly apprehended, leaving the news crew without a vehicle and a wild story to share. Now, what drove this man to such crazy lengths, though? You be the judge. Thanks for watching. Stay vigilant, friends.